is the Red Sox POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Boston Red Sox, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Well, the Red Sox, I'm not going to call it a complete effort, but it was pretty darn close. Brayan Bello picks up the win in his return. Tristan Casas, a big fly, and maybe for at least one game, everyone can take a deep breath on the Red Sox first baseman. We welcome you into our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. I'm Steve Lennox, baseball play-by-play announcer, calling over 1,000 games in the minors. Spent one glorious Saturday in the show calling Padres-Dodgers from Dodger Stadium on ESPN Radio's national broadcast. Ellis Burks, to this day, still one of my all-time favorite Red Sox players. We are providing reaction every Red Sox game on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, as well as the Locked On Red Sox podcast feed. Please give us a 5 for 5 and a 5-star rating wherever you get your podcasts. Our latest Locked On Red Sox podcast, we're going to talk about Brayan Bello's outing. Got off to a rough start, and Casas actually started an inning double play in that first inning. So overall, Tristan Casas maybe his best game of the season for the Red Sox. Garrett Whitlock, again, terrific in the bullpen. It was nice to see Liam Hendricks with a 1-2-3 ninth. We do want to hear from you, our everydayers and our first-timers. Join the conversation watching live with us on the Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel. Hit that comment button and join the conversation. Our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by FanDuel. Right now, new customers can get $250 in bonus bets when your first $5 bet wins. We do thank you for making the Locked On Red Sox postcast your first listen every day, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. So Brayan Bello, first start of the season. Bello activated Zach Kelly, 7 appearances, 10 innings, 10 earned runs, going down to AAA Worcester. Jorge Polanco, first inning home run, and you're thinking, okay, solo shot, no problem. But Bello comes back, walks the next hitter, then hits 2 in a row. Bases loaded, and 1 out. And then the Red Sox turn the 3-6-1 double play. The Mariners did not get the review in time. The 15 seconds went by like that. I thought if they could have actually challenged the play at second, where Story took the throw from Casas and the return throw, but a great job by Brayan Bello getting over to the bag. 3-6-1 double play, inning over. Bello, I thought he was going to be taken out in the fourth. Little bit of an issue, maybe a calf, maybe a cramp in the fourth inning, hobbled a little bit, stayed in, and then went the fifth inning and showed some emotion coming off the mound in that fifth inning. Bello left the game in line for the victory. Bello does pick up the victory for the Red Sox. But you know, as Bello goes 5 and gives up just 1 run, this was big for the Red Sox and their first baseman late in the game.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Yeah, the Red Sox needed to add on, and they finally did. Bregman, couple of doubles, 3 RBIs. Justin Wilson gave up 2 runs after Bello left in the 6th inning, and then all of a sudden the Sox 4 runs in the 7th inning. That inning capped off on the 3-run home run by Tristan Casas, breaking an 0-for at the plate. Had not had a hit for the Red Sox since Saturday when he walked it off in the bottom half of the 10th inning with a wall scraper off the Green Monster. 0-for on Sunday, 0-for on Monday in the series finale on Patriots Day against the White Sox. That 3-run home run, his second of the season. And maybe coming around. In his prior plate appearance, he did walk. And a lot of times that's a good indication that, again, a hitter has seen pitches. And then in that at-bat in the 7th inning, delivering the big blow. Center field, and off the bat, I'll tell you, there was no doubt about it. You knew he got it, even to dead center field. And it had to feel good. And everyone, for the moment, can take a big sigh of relief. Now, Tristan Casas, a lot of vitriol towards Tristan Casas in the last handful of days, and really since the beginning of the season. And I don't try to spew the vitriol, but I try to at least give the numbers. The numbers haven't been great against right-handers and situational hitting across the board. And I thought about it late in the game. You know, Jarren Duran leads off the bottom of the first inning, his second triple of the season, scores and ties the game up on a sac fly by Rafi Devers, 1-1 game. Tristan Casas is never going to be the Jarren Duran type. You need guys like Jarren Duran on your team. You need guys like Tristan Casas on your team too. Now, yes, he does want to aggravate the entire world, and he has done that of late with Red Sox fans. But you've got to feel good about it, and you hope he comes to the ballpark for Game 2 of the series against the Mariners on Wednesday and delivers again. You build on it. It's not one step forward and one big step forward on Tuesday night for Tristan Casas and the Red Sox. And again, the home run didn't give them the lead, but it added to the lead. We'll talk about the Red Sox bullpen coming up in our second segment. But again, Tristan Casas, his second home run of the season, 8 runs, 11 base hits for the Red Sox, and they're stealing bags again. One of our numbers of the night. Red Sox had gone 5 straight games without a stolen base. Prior to that, 25 stolen bases on the season. 2 for Cedar Rafaela, 2 for Wilyer Abreu. 4 total. Second time this season where they've had 4 stolen bases in a game. But again, Bregman, couple of doubles, 3 runs knocked in, and then Casas delivering with that 3-run home run as well. The home runs will be part of numbers of the night as well throughout the show. If you're with us on the Locked On Sports or Locked On Red Sox YouTube channel, hit that comment button and join the conversation. Just about as complete a win. They got defense. Justin Wilson giving up the 2 runs, coming on in relief, first reliever, and Wilson the lefty. Thought it was very interesting. Alex Cora had Bernardino up in the 5th inning, I think it was. Goes with Wilson, and all of a sudden the Mariners empty out their bench, and they bring all their righties up to the plate. And Weissert was able to get out of that 6th inning, and then Whitlock. I'll touch on Whitlock coming up in our second segment as well, because he has been terrific on the season as he worked 2 scoreless innings. Patrick starting us off. Nice to see Hendricks finish the game strong. If we are firing on all cylinders, this should be a good stretch. And right now, it really is turning into a good stretch. Yes, you dropped the game on Sunday against the White Sox. That's in the rearview mirror now. But the Red Sox are putting together a nice stretch. They've won 5 out of their last 6. They've won now 7 of their last 9. And they're playing winning baseball at home. And why do I bring that up right now? Because at no point in 2024 did the Red Sox get to 500 at home. They were a below 500 team for a majority of the season in 2024. Michael, amazing they won with such poor starting pitching and Wilson almost blowing it. Michael, it was his first start of the season. He gave up a run in the 1st inning. He allowed 3 straight base runners with a walk and 2 hit batters. And I will take, now was it a quality start from Bello? No. But with whatever issue he had with his right leg, and I think it was the lower half, so I think it was probably behind the knee, and it looked like a cramp, he stayed in the game. They didn't baby him. Not only did he get through 4, but he ended up going 5 innings. So I don't, poor pitching for a guy making his first start of the season at the big league level. No, I liked a lot about Bello, and I liked the emotion that he had in the 5th inning when he got the final out. Because Bello can sometimes be one of those guys who just looks indifferent out there. But he can stew, he's stewing between the ears. But he was engaged, solid slider, Lou Merloni, first Nesson reference, talking about not having an effective changeup. Okay, maybe he was a little amped up on the inside. But Bello getting 5 innings out of him, now Wilson did not get the job done. You want a scoreless inning out of Wilson in that 6th inning, then you've got Whitlock. And that's the way it was. But you have to get Weissert, and Weissert was able to limit the damage. Red Sox diehard. Red Sox diehard, I believe you are commenting with us for the first time. You may have been on board for the journey. We do appreciate it. Great win. Go Sox. Yeah, it really was. It was just about a complete game effort all around. Because defensively, Bello, I think, got 9 ground ball outs for the entire game. That's terrific. The fly ball home run in the 1st inning, bases loaded, down 1-0, 1 out, and he gets the double play. And he got over to the bag at first base as well. I was a little surprised as I'm watching it unfold. I'm like, who took that throw? And I don't know that he was on the bag. And shame on the Mariners for not even, I would have just simply have said, yeah, we're challenging that immediately. I don't know that he had his foot on the bag. And Nesson really wasn't going to that many replays on it as well. That may have told part of the story as well, that Bello did not stay on the base. Swagoo, really hope Casas gets going. That's the one. I like him. and his potential a lot. Yeah, there's potential, but right now he's kind of driving you a little bit crazy. Build on it. And you don't have to come out and hit 2 home runs on Wednesday. Just collect a couple of base hits. Have good at-bats. You got runners on base. You're up there in a big situation. Don't just swing at the first pitch and think you're going to come through. Work the at-bat. This is a guy who has the ability to work at-bats. And they were working him away, too, in one of his plate appearances in there. Red Sox diehard. I dislike Casas, but his value goes up when he produces. There is that, right? Sell high, buy low. Sell high, buy low. And interesting that the Mariners are in town, because I don't know how, if there, I really don't know if there were any conversations, but there was certainly a lot of rumors and a lot of written and a lot of talked about during this past offseason where, hey, send Casas to Seattle. They need another bat, and we'll get back one of those pitchers. I thought, and I still think, the Mariners would be nuts to do something like that. You don't trade starting pitching. I just don't believe in it unless you're getting a lot back and you have enough. And, even to get out of Luis Castillo and his contract for Casas, I wouldn't have been on board with that for the Mariners. But Casas, for the moment, everyone take a deep breath with Tristan Casas. One more, Red Sox diehard. Trade him for pitching, bring up Grissom. Hey, Grissom's got a limited amount of time at first base. I did have a thought today. Do you start, and I don't know where, the Red Sox at some point are going to have to make a decision on Masa Yoshida. But would it be telling if Yoshida all of a sudden was gifted a first base glove, and all of a sudden he was somewhere taking ground balls and first base? Because right now, nowhere to put him. Nowhere. His DH role is gone. That's Rafi Devers. For now. Red Sox again pick up the victory. Garrett Whitlock, terrific. 2 scoreless innings. Liam Hendricks, again, a 1-2-3 ninth inning. That was great to see as well. Red Sox take the opener, and right now, they're on a little bit of a roll. Continue this series Wednesday, Thursday, and on to Cleveland and Toronto for the upcoming road trip as well. More to come. Locked On Red Sox postcast. Numbers of the night coming up. We've given you a couple so far. Locked On Red Sox postcast presented by FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are here. FanDuel is giving new customers right now an incredible way to get in on the action. And right now, when you join FanDuel and place your first $5 bet, you are going to get $250 in bonus bets if that $5 bet wins. You are going to love how FanDuel makes betting so easy, whether it's picking your favorite team or diving into player props, from three-pointers to steals to assists. FanDuel has so many ways to bet your favorite player props. Plus, after the game tips, you can even combine your live prop bets into a same-game parlay for a bigger chance to win. Don't miss out. Head to FanDuel.com and, again, claim your $250 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. FanDuel.com. Red Sox have now homered in 9 straight games. And remember, prior to that, they went 6 straight games without a home run. I mentioned 5 straight games without a stolen base, 4 in the victory against the Mariners. And the Mariners and Red Sox both run. Selective, you could perhaps say. They're not just running and running and running. But Casas, the 3-run home run and the 4 stolen bases, and Bregman a couple of doubles and the 3 runs knocked in, that's your offense. But overall, the approach at the plate against the Mariners, I thought it was terrific in the series opener. And remember last week, Alex Cora the next day after the 16-1 loss, we're not prepared, it's on me. And we didn't have great at-bats, and Tampa Bay did en route to a 16-1 victory. But Duran, now a 9-game hit streak. And by the way, Duran, 9-game hit streak, his first multi-hit game. That triple in the first inning, Duran hits the ball down the right field line towards the pesky pole, and it rattles around down there. Even as it's on its way to the corner at Fenway, he's thinking triple. Duran, again, I've said it before, I'll say it a million times more, and I have a smile on my face when I do it. That guy gets doubles and triples based on how he gets out of the box. He might be the best in Major League Baseball in getting out of the box because he's thinking extra base hits when he puts the ball into the outfield. So Duran, again, last at bat, they threw it around a little bit. No RBI, but was credited with a base hit in his last at bat. So his first multi-hit game during this current 9-game hit streak. Devers 0 for 2. RBI with a sac fly. Good plate appearances, walked twice in front of Bregman. Trevor Story, down to 319, going 0 for 5. Abreu, 3 base hits. Campbell, walked once, 0 for 4. Going through the whole lineup because 11 hits total. And 4 guys, including Cedar Rafael in the number 9 spot, with multi-hit games. And Wilyer Abreu with a 3-hit game. So it was up and down the lineup. And really, I do expect this for the rest of the series for the Red Sox. This is coming along now. Doom and gloom and all the negative numbers that were there, and the numbers didn't lie when they were in a collective funk. But now they're starting to really get it. The weather's heating up a little bit. It was a cool night, but there was no real wind, so that helped as well at Fenway on Monday night for the Red Sox. So now 8-4, as I mentioned earlier, 8-4. That first homestand of the season last year, 3-7. And had lost 4 in a row at home to open up, so never above 500 at any point in time in 2024 at Fenway Park. So a lot of positives right now for the Red Sox. Let's get into, Justin Wilson, a couple of walks that came back to get him. Crawford touched him up for the 2-out bloop base hit, scored 2 runs, made it a 1-run game. And then Weiser came in and got Polanco to get the final out of the inning. But Garrett Whitlock in the 7th inning, facing Rowdy, Arozarena, and Solano, 1-2-3 inning. Then worked a scoreless 8th inning. Whitlock has got 7 scoreless outings on the season out of the bullpen for the Red Sox, including 5 in a row. And he's now gone 2 innings in an outing 6 times this year for the Red Sox. You've got the lead going to the 7th inning. It's Whitlock time in that 7th and 8th. Every couple of days. He's not going to be able to do that twice in 3 days. I really like how they've used him. And then again, Hendricks, you finish up with a smile on your face because Liam Hendricks works a 1-2-3 9th inning as well for the Red Sox. So what's next? Hey, game 2 of the series. Win on Wednesday, and you win the series, and then you've got Garrett Crochet on Thursday. Man, we're leaving you with a lot of positives here on our latest Locked On Red Sox postcast. Mariners right now on this 9-game road trip through Cincinnati, Toronto, and Boston, now 4-3 with 2 more to go. Emerson Hancock goes Wednesday. Brian Wu goes on Thursday. You're going to miss Logan Gilbert in this series. You miss Luis Castillo. George Kirby is still down as well. And I'm looking forward to seeing Sean Newcomb pitch in game 2 of this series because Newcomb has opportunity here. Again, he's pitching to stay on this staff. Bello is back. Giolito not far from behind. And I would think Cutter Crawford, maybe late May, maybe a month from now, maybe early June, maybe a month plus from now. And that'll give you another option. But Wilson, you've got to get the job done because if all of a sudden they say, we do not want to, Newcomb's a veteran and he's a left-hander and he's got experience working out of a big league bullpen. So Wilson, 1-year deal, Newcomb might be that option. And I don't think the Red Sox would be afraid to make that move at some point in time. Couple more comments here. Let's see. Swagoo. We have Crochet, Buehler, Houck, Bello, Giolito, Crawford, Fitz, and even Dobbins. We have depth there. Meanwhile, we have no depth at first base. Feels a little nearsighted to try to shop him. You know what you have with all those names? You've got quality. You've got quantity. I don't like using the word depth because Bello in that inning was like, okay, is he going to have to be shut down? Is he going to be taken out of this game? Maybe it pulled, it could have been a lot worse. And he stayed in the game. I was absolutely shocked by that. But Swagoo, you mentioned all those names and yeah, you can smile about it, but there's a lot of trepidation there to say, they traded Quinn Priester. He was down on the list. Dobbins is elevated. Priester pitch. I saw him pitch last night against San Francisco for the Brewers and didn't have a great outing. But you traded for him last year, and you traded for a 33rd overall pick this year, compensation pick for the Brewers. That becomes the Red Sox. That's for down the road. Even the 18-year-old outfield prospect that they got, that's for way down the road. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't. You can go find a first baseman. You don't have to give up one of those starting pitchers. And you don't have to give up one of your elite prospects either. And that's not what I'm thinking. You can go find a serviceable first baseman. You can go find somebody maybe off a team's AAA roster, a big leaguer who's down at AAA right now and looking for an opportunity. But right now, it's Casas' job. And again, you want to build on that. I mean, A, he's young. B, he's got talent. And C, you're not paying him a ton of money either. You're not going out and getting Vladdy. And I don't want to talk 2025 offseason into 2026 right now. A great victory, Newcomb in game 2 as the Red Sox, if they win on Wednesday, they win the series, and then they'll have an opportunity for a series sweep against the Mariners with Garrett Crochet. It's Crochet Day with a matinee on Thursday at Fenway Park for the Red Sox. Again, I think this is a great victory. Up and down the lineup. You got into their bullpen, and they used a handful of relievers. They used 3 relievers. And Miller, so many walks in this game. I'm not going to go down the road with that, but 6 walks on the Red Sox pitching side, and the Red Sox 7 walks. And again, they go a game without striking out a ton either. And when I say a ton, that means 10 or more strikeouts. We're going to be with you within minutes of the final out of game 2 of the 3-game series with the Mariners on Wednesday. And want to remind you as well, MLB Game Night now part of Locked On as well. I'm going to be on with John later on tonight as we talk and go around Major League Baseball with our latest edition of MLB Game Night. Every night, every game, all season long. Again, you get analysis on the national scale, and I'll be on with John Frisch later on tonight with MLB Game Night, part of Locked On. Locked On Red Sox, number 1 place to hang out immediately after every game. Locked On Sports, your team, your Red Sox, every day.